Welcome to Off the Record, talking real estate with Joe and Makayla. If you're interested in the Portland, Oregon real estate market and want the unvarnished inside scoop, you've come to the right place. Thanks for giving us a listen. Okay, welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Makayla.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited about this studio space we're testing.
I know. Welcome, everyone, to the new LivPortland Off the Record podcast studios. Yay.
If you're watching this.
If you're watching, we are...
Let us know if you like it, first of all.
Yeah, for sure. We're down in the Pearl at our Pearl office. We're trying to find a new space for what we're doing here. Something a little bit more comfortable, something that just works.
Yeah.
Instead of our old studios that had barking dogs.
Which we love, but I think having it at the office is a different vibe.
For sure. So
let us know how we sound, please. We need your feedback.
We do need your feedback, but we've got a very interesting show here today for you. We're going to talk about what amenities are luxury home buyers looking for in today's real estate market, which is really cool because both you and I have been showing and looking at a lot of luxury properties lately. So we've got a good amount of experience right now just seeing what the newest, latest, hottest are on the marketplace. So, and I think people are always interested at any price point. Even if you're in the luxury price point, you kind of want to know what other people are doing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you define the luxury price point?
You know me. You can have luxury at any price point, right?
I love that.
Yeah. I think if you're in a $400,000 home, but you do certain things with your kitchen or with your bathroom or whatever, it can be very luxurious. It doesn't have to be a 8,000 square foot, 3-acre mansion in Stafford or something like that. You know what I mean?
I agree. Absolutely. So talking about what people are looking for.
Yeah. And I think this applies to everyone. So we're going to be looking at interior features, spa-like bathrooms, gourmet kitchens, entertainment spaces, and outdoor features. Those are the ones that we've highlighted as the ones that people are looking for the most part. So we're going to go down that list and talk about what we're seeing in really cool properties right now.
I'm excited.
I know. If you're like me, I always get a lot of inspiration from looking at different homes. In the past 2 weeks, I've had a couple of different clients that are in the upper price ranges, and we've been looking at some really, really cool homes. You just don't know what you don't know, right?
Right.
And so seeing all this is really super interesting. And just so you know, if you're listening, we will have a lot of examples of these things on our website. You can go to LivPortland.com. That's LivPortland.com and click on the blog, which is where we keep all of our podcasts there. And in the show notes, we'll have links to some of the things that we're talking about. So if you're just listening and you want to see the visual, awesome. If you're watching, drop down into the show notes and click on some of those links and get some examples of these things, right?
Sounds good. Should we dive into it?
Sure. Interior features. What are you seeing right now?
Well, we have smart home technology. I think that's always an interesting one. It's cracks me up because people get so fired up about this one.
Yeah.
It seems to be more and more common if you are spending money on upgrades. It seems like those options are becoming a little bit more affordable, but people freak out over like the Nest furnace. What's another one you can think of?
I don't know. There's a ton of systems out there right now, but I was in a home in Lake Oswego last weekend that had one panel that controlled all the lights in the house, and there was one button for off all lights.
Ooh.
How lovely is that?
That is genius.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to know the cost of that electric bill to start. But.
Yeah. So Makayla and I have represented some pretty amazing properties. And the thing that you get to do after you show one of these properties, especially if you're representing the seller, is turn off all the lights in the home. In a 4, 5, 6,000 square foot home, there are a lot of lights, a lot of lights. And you want to get them all on, make the place presentable and look its best and that type of thing. So when I saw that one switch, I thought of you and I was like, oh yeah, Mac would love this.
I totally would. I like timing myself. We have a listing out in Hillsborough that I absolutely love to show, but like you said, trillion lights.
Yeah.
And so I like to see how long it takes me.
Yeah.
Usually sweating by the end, but
racing around trying to get that done, get out the door. Yeah. But this home had a panel that controlled all the lights, all of the blinds in the home.
Wow.
Yeah. And you could program it so that there was a sunny day button where just the south facing windows would come down. Obviously had all the HVAC systems, so the air conditioning, the heat, all of that. It also had the stereo in it.
So lovely.
And it was compact. It was half the size of a shoebox cover.
Oh,
right?
So nice. Did our buyer end up offering on this one? I can't remember.
Didn't come together.
Oh.
We did offer, but it did not come together for all sorts of different reasons.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Some of the other stuff is biometric security. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
So facial recognition and fingerprint stuff.
That's insane.
It is insane. But that is actually affordable. You can put biometric security into your home at almost any price point right now.
Really? Is it like on the front door? Is it a part of that? Or?
Front door is where it started, but you can do any door in the house for that.
Jeez, it's fancy.
Yeah, I'm thinking about putting it on my bedroom door. I get a lot of kids coming in. Dad! So that's a cool one. But yeah, interior features in general, I think bringing it all together in one spot has been really a key development with things. There are companies dedicated to that now.
Yes.
In Portland, you've seen those?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Shop around, people, though, because prices vary. What's next?
Spa-like bathrooms. So good. Things like heated floors or like multi-headed showers. Shower.
Do you like the rain head showers?
I don't.
You don't like those?
I like the look of them, but I don't like physically taking a shower in one because I don't always want to get my hair wet. As a girl, we don't wash our hair every day. So you have to to keep your hair out of it.
Yeah.
First world problems for sure. But the look of it is beautiful.
It is beautiful. I enjoy it immensely. And I tried to install one at my house with the DIY and it DI failed. So that went sideways. But, I've seen the ones now that have the vertical shower pulses. Have you seen those?
Those are crazy.
Oh, my gosh. And they're programmable now.
Of course they are.
So I can have them stronger than my wife or have them, just do my back and all that sort of stuff. So
it's a lot of water.
It is a lot of water.
That reminds me of our listing in Hillsborough, which we are going to do a new video about. So watch out for that coming soon. We're super excited to put that together for you. But this bathroom has the steam shower. So it's the glass door is floor to ceiling. So it truly turns into a little steam room.
I love that so much. I love that so much. The freestanding tub. Are you a fan? Yes. Are you? I feel like that's a ladies thing.
I think so too.
I'm not down with that.
It's funny when I walk with a new buyer through a house and I don't know whether the tub is going to be exciting or something they want to rip out. And I'm always like, yeah, the tub. And, 50-50. A lot of times people are like, oh, I would take that out in a heartbeat. I don't like it. So it's such a personal preference thing, but I think it definitely adds to the overall look, especially of a primary bathroom.
Yeah. The other thing in bathrooms, high-end bathrooms that I've noticed is the fixtures. They are all extremely well done. And it makes such a difference. That's actually one of those things that all of us can really kind of take care of is new fixtures, matching fixtures.
That's the hardest part, though, is I'm literally remodeling my bathroom right now. And it's really hard to match all the metals because if the plumbing in your shower is like the original silver, chrome, I think it's called, and you want to go up to gold, you got to make sure it matches. And then the golds right now, there used to be 2 shades of gold that they would manufacture. Now they're up to 4. And we accidentally mixed some and it looks fine. But I agree, having that cohesive look with the metals in the bathroom is important.
Yeah. One other thing I want to add, it's not really a bathroom thing, but it's a trend that I'm seeing and I absolutely love is 2 walk-in closets. A lot of builders, a lot of designers, architects are making that just standard now where you have 2 walk-in closets. And I think that is just so fantastic.
It is.
Okay, let's move on. Something near and dear to my heart, gourmet kitchens.
You have a gourmet kitchen. It is lovely.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. I am the cook in the family, and when a remodel was proposed for my home right after COVID. My only thing was, as long as the kitchen is completely dialed, I don't care what you do with the rest of it. And we had a nice trade-off with that. So yeah, it turned out really super well. We had an island. We took the island out, so there's lots and lots of space between the range and the counter, the sink, all of it. And the thing that I love in high-end homes with fantastic kitchens is the amount of light, right?
That's a good one.
The old kitchens that were galley or had all the cabinets surrounding around the outside of the kitchen, a lot of that's going by the wayside, and just big, huge windows, which means you got to have a pantry somewhere, or, a butler's pantry or something like that to make it happen. But getting all that big light in the kitchen, I think, is just a fantastic touch.
I couldn't agree more. It makes such a difference.
Yeah. The high-end appliances are a must too. I got to give a shout out to my good friend Derek Berg over at East Bank Appliance, who hooked me up. It's worth it. If you're a cook, or if you enjoy someone else cooking and they're good at it, go get that high-end range, or, the really nice refrigerator. It does make a huge difference.
Oh, the range is something I will definitely splurge on next time. It does make a difference.
And if you're doing the range top, I love seeing the big hoods.
Yes.
Got to have a hood, because if you're cooking, I used to not cook certain things in my home because I didn't have a hood.
Oh, yeah.
At least a fan that worked. I had one that just didn't work. I have a big, huge, powerful fan now, and I can cook fish. I can do pepper steaks. Yeah. I can do bacon without everyone upstairs smelling what I'm doing. It's fantastic.
Can I come over tonight for dinner? You're making me hungry.
Yeah. Tacos. Taco Tuesday.
One of my favorite things about a high-end kitchen is a butler's pantry, or even just a walk-in pantry. I think that makes so much difference. My mother-in-law is a home designer and builder. She has so much talent, and something that she always tries to do is hide like your countertop appliances, like your microwave or your coffee pot. And so if she can't tuck it in a butler's pantry, she'll create like a custom cabinet with power where you can hide those. And I just think it adds that special touch.
Fantastic.
And it's not really that much more expensive to do something like that. It's just, it takes planning. So
we have a high-end home in brand new build, brand new construction in McMinnville, Homer Ross Loop. If you're want to look that up, fantastic kitchen. And it's a, I said that, I took out the island in my kitchen mainly because I just didn't have enough room to have an island. But if you have the big, kitchen, family room, dining room, big open floor plan, and you have a ton of room, having that big island and then having
is it like a peninsula?
Mine is a peninsula.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. The home down in McMinnville I'm talking about has the big island.
Oh, okay.
And it has the comfortable chairs on one side of it with plenty of space. I mean, it's a huge island. You can cook. There's a vegetable sink there for cleaning and all that sort of stuff. And it's just fantastic.
Great.
Think about the way people live now. You want to live around where the action is. And cooking dinner is where the action is up until you sit down for dinner. Right. Right. I think that's a bit for, for custom kitchens.
I could talk about kitchens all day.
I love kitchens.
Cabinets.
Cabinets.
Cabinets go such a long way. Even if you're thinking about listing your home, spending some time either touching up your cabinets if they're painted, or just making sure all the hinges are tight and they're in good shape. That goes a really long way. Wood cabinets are coming back design-wise. Those are so much more expensive though. So I think, just in, a trendier paint goes a long way too. But
yeah, for sure. And if you are splurging and getting the new cabinets, get the soft close, right? For those of you that don't know, soft close is when you close the cabinet and it comes around, instead of slamming at the last second, it just loses all the momentum and then just softly closes. It's wonderful.
It's genius. And it's so much better on the cabinets.
A lot of quartz and granite too for countertops is what I'm seeing.
A lot of quartz.
A lot of quartz. I love quartz. We have quartz, and it is absolutely the best. Easy to clean, hard to I mean, we don't have a chip. We've had our new kitchen for 2.5, 3 years now. Not one chip, knock on wood.
That's great.
I know. It's fantastic.
We have quartz too, and it's white, and I was so worried about staining it.
That works though, doesn't it?
All the red wine we drink, tomato sauce, but no, it comes up pretty good. I mean, it comes up all the way. It will take some scrubbing if you leave it too long.
Tell me about entertainment spaces. This is one that I'm continually amazed by what some people put in their homes. It's just like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, something that actually hasn't gone out of style, which I kind of thought it was going to, is a home theater.
You thought that was going to go out of style?
Yeah, I did. Just because of the open concept living that we all love so much. I just thought people would feel like it was irrelevant. But for, cozy days at home, game days, kids sleepovers, whatever the heck it is, I think it's such an amazing overflow space, especially for entertainment, or even having like a theater, game room, bonus room type space, anything for extra space.
It's pretty cool. I mean, the really, really good ones have either blackout shades or just no windows, right? Makes it really, really dark. They also have tiered levels for the seating. So, if you have two or three levels of sofas or, theater chairs or something like that, raising them up by 6 inches or a foot or whatever, so that the people behind can see, getting that platform look is really, really cool. Really cool. And then there's also the people that have the popcorn machines,
the bar
in the back. Oh my gosh.
So fancy. I love that listing in Hillsborough again on Brennan Lane. We're shouting that out a lot because it really is that great. It has a wine cellar connected to the theater room. So it's like this unassuming door that you would think was like a closet, and they turned it into like, first, it's like a tiled hallway, and you feel the temperature drop. It's amazing. And then in front of the wine cellar is a little seating area where they made into a cigar lounge with extra HVAC. I was going to say,
I thought you were going to bury the lead on that. It's actually a cigar lounge in there with full ventilation.
Crazy.
Outside of so that's the main room. And then from there, it's all glass, and you step into the 1,000-bottle wine cellar.
Oh, I love that thing so much.
Yeah.
And that ventilation is amazing. Remember we were there, it was really warm out, and it was probably 60 in there, like a refrigerator.
Yeah. Yeah. And the ventilation pulls it all the way outside. It's really well done. What other entertainment spaces? Like, I know we're going to talk about outdoor features next, but the way that people are converting garages
that's a great one.
Barns right now is really, really cool. Really cool. We sold a place just outside of Forest Grove. There was a old shop out there. Some of the people that were looking at buying it, I was kind of eavesdropping as they were looking around out there, and they were going to have the shop and have one half of the shop be a basketball court, a half court basketball court with and upstairs, so that they could,
so cool.
Yeah. And have a bar up there and the whole thing. Yeah.
That would be amazing. And if you have the space for it, why not? It just takes the vision.
I've seen a few places out in Helvetia that have these like barn dominium, huge entertainment spaces. They'll have 2 or 3 bays for a car. They'll have a little indoor pop-a-shot or basketball thing, and then one little corner has big, huge, massive TV with seating and everything, and then a bar in the other corner. So it's like probably
multi-purpose. Yeah.
Just have people over, watch the game. Some people can be shooting hoops, playing pool, whatever. It's just really cool.
That is really cool. I love when people do that with like an ADU also, because an ADU is an amazing feature to have on a property, or also called a mother-in-law suite, if you're not familiar with that. But I like when they make it into something more of a hang, because you're only using an ADU so often.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Just a little personal note, the detached garage that we have behind our house, Nick and his brothers are converting that into a pool room.
Oh my gosh.
It's currently a woodworking shop. They have all this woodworking equipment.
So what are they done with woodworking now? That's sad. Or they just like the pool room idea more?
They play pool a lot right now. We're looking at pool tables for them, and they're going to put a pool table in there and a bar in the back with a couch and the whole thing.
Oh my gosh. That is going to be the hang.
I know. I'm pretty excited about it.
They better get on that. That's pretty cool.
The beautiful thing is I was consulted as a, can we do it? And I was like, absolutely. And now I don't have to touch it until it's done. That's the thing with having handy kids. My kids are extremely good with construction, woodworking, all that type of stuff.
They are.
Yeah.
They're very resourceful, those ones.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Should we just move right into outdoor features?
My second favorite feature in luxury properties is the outdoor living.
So nice.
Yeah.
I love the covered patios with and people are doing fans in them right now. Just an extra space to hang out. And then you can even do heaters.
Yeah.
Here in the Pacific Northwest, you can't hang out outside too much. But if you have a covered area and you get creative with some heaters, you really can hang out most of the year.
We have a property coming up in Hillsborough in Aranco Gardens that doesn't have a backyard, but it has this big patio on the back overlooking a green space. Beautiful. And they put an awning over it. And then they actually have these heavy curtains that are not like curtains, but they're like
an outdoor curtain.
Like an outdoor curtain.
Cool. That
they can enclose the whole thing, and they have heaters there. And there's a big screen TV, a little bar. It's just really, really well done.
Fancy.
Yeah. And I mean, it's a $700,000 home. It's not a multi-million-dollar place, but they created this luxury space out there that will absolutely have value. I
think anytime you can spend money on outdoor features, it's going to go such a long way. Yeah. I mean, it's big. You can't call it additional square footage, obviously, but people think of it that way. If I'm comparing a home that has a nice patio area versus one that doesn't, or, one that I have to invest in, I'm easily going with the one that's already there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. The fire pits. Love the fire pits.
Are those still allowed?
I hope so. I have one.
We moved to an electric one because we had big trees, and we've since cut those trees down. But I guess the fire ban we'll hear about, but it always scares me.
You're City of Portland, though, right?
No.
You're not?
No.
Are you Beaverton?
I don't really know what I am, but I'm 972.
You're unincorporated. Don't bother me, Bill. I like that. I haven't heard of Hillsborough. I'm a Hillsborough resident, and I don't know, but we built one during COVID. Actually, my oldest son did, and it's got built-in wood benches.
That thing is so nice.
Yeah, it's pretty bad ours.
He did a good job. My parents have not the biggest yard in the world, but it's a nice space. But they had a tool shed that they built like an awning over, and then made a bar out of like a big piece of cedar.
Ooh.
That they were finished. And then there was already power in the shed. And so they just fished it through, and they have a flat screen and cute signs out there.
Nice.
So that is the hot spot in the summer. And, it was relatively inexpensive, and it's always the wow factor when people come over.
Yeah. I have a friend who just redid his he has a huge backyard, and he redid it with like 3,000 square feet of covered patio now.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. But it's extremely well done, and he's got outdoor living space.
What about pools? We don't deal with too many pools. How do you feel about them personally?
Personally, I like getting wet in the pool. I mean, I really enjoy it.
How would you feel about...
You'll find me in the pool. If I had a pool...
That's true. I forget you're a swimmer now.
I am a swimmer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to have my water wings and everything, but,
I don't know what that means.
Little inflatables around your arms.
Oh, you do? Do you actually?
No. But if I did, they would be Spider-Man.
I was like, you told me the other day you swam like 40 laps. I wouldn't be as impressed if you had water wings on.
No.
Anyways, sorry.
No, I like pools. A lot of people don't, though.
Yeah, people feel very strongly about the pool. I have current
clients that are like, don't show me anything with a pool. I don't want to deal with that.
It's expensive.
And even hot tubs, too. Some people are like, I mean,
it's expensive.
I wouldn't not buy a home because of it, but it's got to be gone before closing type thing. We have a hot tub and it is therapeutically wonderful.
Yeah. I would jump at the opportunity to have a hot tub.
Well, you guys went cold tub, didn't you?
We did for a minute. And then that thing went in the trash.
Yeah.
That was a fun trend.
That trend was painful. I tried that once and was like, I'm going to stick to the hot tub.
Yeah, I don't need to torture myself for, potential health effects.
My body made threats. Like, you do that again and we might shut the whole thing down. But some people love it.
Seriously, not normal. Some people swear by it. Good for them.
Yeah. There are some really cool pools. And we sold a place 20 years ago that had a pool and a slide.
Fun.
Yeah, super fun. And it was all rock. And around the back, there was a little entrance to, there was a little mountain there were stairs that you would go up and do your little slide. Underneath the mountain was a little grotto hot tub thing.
Jeez, fancy.
Super fancy, but why not?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to build a slide like that, use that space. And it was really, really cool. They had a little bar in there with lights.
Oh my gosh. It sounds like something you dream up as a kid.
Yeah. The guy that we sold it for was a big kid.
Oh.
Super fun. Super nice guy. He did it for his kids. He said he did the pool and the slide for his kids. And he did the little grotto hot tub with the lights and the little mini bar for him and his wife to have a quiet little place.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. So, but professionally designed landscaping is absolutely a luxurious amenity. First of all, you got to have a large enough lot to have something like that. And irrigation. But it's also so much time and effort getting that done.
It is.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I love it. We've seen some homes recently. I showed one not too long ago that had these hedges that surrounded the property. And it was in a nice neighborhood. I mean, this is a $2.5 million property, but it was completely private because of these hedges that had grown up over the past, 20, 30 years or whatever. It was really, really cool.
That is cool. It can do so much for the home. Like our sellers out on River Road in Hillsborough, they just found themselves in love with gardening one day and it kind of snowballed. And before you knew it, that property was pristine.
70-acre manicured garden.
I was going to say, can you imagine? But I can because I've seen it. But I can't imagine keeping it up. That's all I have to say.
We're going to go back to the thing that I love, which is the kitchen, and then throw that baby outside. Have an outdoor kitchen.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? I love that so much. And I'm a little torn when I see these built-ins because you can almost get the same thing done with like a Traeger or a barbecue that just moves around wherever you want it. But there are the outdoor kitchens where it's built-in refrigerator, built-in wine cooler.
Those are legit.
Yeah. And then the cooktop and the whole thing is just absolutely incredible. So I'm a huge, huge fan of that. I'd love to get some pictures of that to show people too. I think that's really, really cool.
We should. I love the River Road outdoor kitchen.
Yeah, it's a really, really good setup, isn't it?
It is. But it's funny when Traegers, what's the other one? A Blackstone. When those became popular and you have these beautiful outdoor kitchens that are built in and then you have Blackstone right next to it because I just had to have the Blackstone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But those are awesome.
Yeah, I think it's very elegant.
So those are the main ones that we want to talk about, but there's a couple of other nice little amenities that we see once in a while that don't necessarily need to be in a multi-million-dollar home, can be in any home if you have the space. And I'll start it out, Makayla.
Okay, let's hear it.
The home gym.
Oh, that is the thing.
It's the dream, isn't it?
So badly right now, yes.
Yeah. I feel like I would ignore the workout more if I had the home gym, though. Getting in the car, driving my 4 minutes to my gym is almost kind of like, okay, I'm going, I got to get it done. If I had the home gym, with the kids and the computer and the phone and the things that have to get done around the house, I feel like I'd be making all sorts of excuses to not get it done.
Yeah, I could see that. I think it's definitely a personal preference thing. For me, I would love to have like a sauna in the gym.
Would you go Pilates studio?
Oh, I would still go Pilates. Wait, like a home Pilates studio?
Yeah.
No.
No,
that's a group. That's a class
thing.
Experience that I love.
Got it. Okay.
But a lot of people love that. They like doing it more of the Zen way. I like, blasting music and people screaming at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think
I get that.
Having like some kind of spa like feature in the gym would really entice me to go out there and run on the treadmill first.
Yeah. We had a property that we sold 10 years ago or so down in Oregon City that was a daylight ranch.
Oh, cool.
And the bottom level, the area, half of the downstairs was a dedicated gym, and it had the nano doors. Nano doors, people are, the sliders that just keep opening and opening and opening and opening. And so they could do, and it had a view of Mount Hood, the whole thing, but they could have their workout going on like they were outside almost. It was
my gosh. Cool. That is amazing.
Really, really cool. Yeah.
What else?
Energy efficiency.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm starting to hear people say,
well, I feel like it's, sorry, not to interrupt you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the bathtub thing. It's like people love it or they hate it.
Yeah.
And I think around here, it's a safer bet. People love their solar panels. They can be a little more hesitant to go after a home with solar panels if they're, visible from the front, kind of ruining your curb appeal.
Yeah.
But hey, if it means that you're not paying an electric bill or even making money on it, I think that's extremely attractive.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing I want to throw out there is we have people, call us every now and again and say, hey, I want you to come over. I'm not really thinking about moving, but I want to do some improvements. Want to get your take on how that affects my value. Is this a good thing, a bad thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And happy to help with that. If anyone, has that need, it's always cool to hear what people are thinking about doing,
It is.
And 99% of the time it's, oh, that's cool. You should do that.
Right.
That'll help your value. Every now and again, it's like, well,
that's going to end up costing you $20,000. Please don't get into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you always say like, your own home, you know what features are going to enhance it or not. So,
and if you think you're really going to enjoy it, chances are when you go to sell, someone else will too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Yeah. So to wrap this whole thing up in a bow, I think luxury amenities don't really have to do with the price point. Certainly it's great if you have 5,000 square feet and you've got room for the home gym and you got an acre lot where you can have outdoor entertainment, or you're out in the country and you have a big barn you can convert to this or that or whatever. Awesome. That's fantastic. But for a lot of us, for most of us who don't have that room or this or that or whatever, creating small luxuries in your home is not that hard. Sometimes you got to save up for it. Sometimes you got to, make some sacrifices. But if you want that spectacular primary bathroom, or if you really want to get that new kitchen, or you want to create a space in your backyard that is really super fun, it's doable, right? And all it takes is a little vision, a little dreaming, a little saving.
A little DIYing sometimes.
Not for this kid.
I'm a big DIYer. And I constantly regret it.
I'm a DI fail. I don't have that. My kids do. I don't know where they got it from. They can DIY the heck out of it.
Good for them.
Yeah. Well, that's, I'm desperately trying to keep them in the house so that they can DIY the rest of the things I need done.
Well, I can't wait to come to your new pool room. I'm sure that'll be, weeks, if not days before that's.
They're calling it the speakeasy.
Oh, that's really cool.
Well, they're not, but I am.
They are now.
They are now.
Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you joining us in the new Live Portland Off the Record podcast studios.
Let us know what you think.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for joining us today. If you're interested in finding out more about Joe, myself, or the Live Portland team, you can go to liveportland.com. Thanks for giving us a listen, and see you next time on the Off the Record podcast.